except for the last 30 minutes or so, perhaps the worst time for driving, in Tulsa at least, was during this morning's rush hour and earlier when children would be normally on the way to school.
News on 6 reporter Emery Bryan was out during driving Tulsa's roads today. Emery, what'd you find?
Well, you know, that early morning swarm of accidents that we had really happened when this stuff just really started falling. But it really slowed down by about 11 o'clock this morning as the skies cleared a little bit, and that started some of the melting of what little sleet was on the roads here in the Tulsa area. For the most part, the highways were fine after about 11 o'clock from what we could tell. That was the combination of a lot less snow than was expected and a major effort by the city and state crews to put out salt and sand. Of course, they didn't have to plow, so they could cover a lot more ground, move more quickly, and they were all over today. The lesser traveled roads, though, neighborhood roads, sidewalks, parking lots, those were slippery with a glaze of ice, but we did see some people out on bicycles, some people even walking carefully and doing fine, even several people out on bicycles today.
I've been getting around real slow, real careful, real slow. Yeah, I tell everybody, slow down, slow down. It's not as good as you think it is out here. It's slick.
Now, the city of Tulsa says they have had all of their crews out all day. They'll go until midnight at least. They're spreading salt on these bridges, especially the bridge like here behind me. They're spreading salt all over the roads to try to break up this sleet that's falling. A lot has increased just in the last hour. They're going to go at least until midnight, well past what time they want to see this stuff stop. Then they'll reevaluate. Of course, they'll keep spreading salt probably through the morning hours to make sure the roads are fine for travel. It all depends on when the material stops falling, and they have to get ahead of it and make sure the roads are dry for tomorrow morning. Now, we want to go see what the highways are doing. For that, we go to Aaron Conrad.
All right, Emery, well, thanks a lot. We're actually out here at 71st in Sheridan, and behind me is that hill in between St. Francis and 71st. And I want to take a look at how the accumulations are going out here in South Tulsa. As you can see, drivers are really having to take it slower than usual. You can see that there's quite a bit of accumulation coming down. Now, road conditions out here changed within just minutes. As soon as the snow started coming down, we were getting pelted pretty well earlier. Now, drivers are taking it pretty slow. In fact, we've seen people slipping around in parking lots right around this area. People are having a little bit of trouble getting in and out of some of these hilly area parking lots. But as you can see, drivers down here are taking it pretty slow. But again, I just got off the phone with ODOT. Now, ODOT does not take care of city streets like the ones out here in South Tulsa, but ODOT tells me when it comes to highways around the area, they will be out all night clearing those highways, making sure that things are clear for drivers. And they say that now with all of these accumulations, they anticipate it's going to be a pretty long night. Now let's check in with Melissa Hawks out in Bartlesville. How are things going in Bartlesville, Melissa?
Aaron, there's some snow here on the ground, but overall the roads and highways here are looking pretty good. This is Highway 75. As you can see, there's not any snow or ice on it. So most people are driving pretty slow here, and you shouldn't run into any issues going north or south. And take a look at some of this video. This we shot just a couple hours ago near the downtown area. It was cold, wet, and very windy. Big snowflakes fell for just about 2 hours straight. It covered sidewalks, parking lots, as well as streets. We did catch up with the manager of Fastlane. It's a gas station in town. She made sure her customers would be safe walking into her business today.
We prepared that parking lots, putting salt down, and try to scrape off the sidewalks and prepare for that so nobody slips and falls.
Crews did start spreading salt and sand on the highways and city streets starting at about 7 this morning, and they have not stopped. They do say they will continue to be out and monitor the road conditions. Let's head over to Tess Monty now. She's in Choteau. How's it looking over there, Tess?
Melissa, we've got a little light snow falling, some horns honking. The snow has let up a little bit. It's been falling pretty hard now for about the past hour. As you can see right here behind me, it's starting to kind of accumulate on the grassy areas, and it's really changed the landscape of the roadways. A little bit earlier today, they were basically just wet. There was a short period of time where the roads were icy, then sand and salt trucks came out, and that just sort of melted the ice and caused caused it to turn to just kind of wet, rainy looking roads. Now they're once again icy. Now, not everybody was ready for this winter weather. We met up with one driver, Jeremy Mueller, who was passing through Oklahoma on his way to Missouri from the warm beaches of Corpus Christi, and he was still dressed like it was sunny and 75, wearing a t-shirt, shorts, and flip-flops. He said he really hadn't been paying attention to the weather, so the ice and cold was a surprise to him. So you came up here on 69?
Yeah,
What was it like?
a lot of ice and rain. It stunk.
The ice and snow now continues. We're seeing primarily semi-trucks out here, but we are seeing other traffic. They're driving with caution, but again, these roads are deteriorating, so it's best if we just stay inside and take it easy. Reporting live, Tess Monty, News on 6.